Welcome back. This is Emma from Perfumerism here, and today I'm going to answer the question that I am given the most. Every DM that I get. I have this perfume from 9 years ago that was discontinued and it was the best perfume ever. Like, can you find me a dupe? So I'm going to teach you today how to find like a replacement or a dupe for any perfume. So this will cover 1, this fragrance is amazing, but it's too expensive. Can you find me a dupe? 2, this perfume was discontinued however many years ago. Can you find me a dupe? 3, this perfume is amazing, but it doesn't last very long. Can you find me a dupe? Or 4, and this will be kind of its own category, but this is my favorite body wash, but I need it in a perfume. Can you find me a perfume that smells just like this body wash, or just like this candle, or just like this? Like, I have so many people that be like, this is a random candle I found from TJ Maxx one time. Like, how do I find a perfume that smells like it? This will be a pretty quick video, but it will answer pretty much every DM that I have ever gotten. I always feel bad because I get this question in my DMs so often, and I've smelled a lot of perfumes, but your random candle from TJ Maxx that you found 9 years ago, I haven't smelled it. You know, your discontinued Olivier Belle Flanker from March 2006, I haven't smelled it. A lot of the fragrances, like the random super niche fragrances people want me to like find a dupe or a replacement for, I haven't smelled them, and so I'm actually not very helpful, but I know how to find this because there are people who have smelled these perfumes and have found them and have documented this on a very specific part of the internet. So I'm going to teach you how to use the internet to find these things. So first of all, you want to go to a website called Fragrantica.com. If you don't know Fragrantica, it's basically a Wikipedia for fragrances. I will put in a little caveat here. I'm not a fan of Fragrantica, nor am I a fan of a lot of the articles that are written because Fragrantica has been around for so long. I think for this specific purpose, it is the best resource. That said, generally not the biggest fan of the way that Fragrantica is run. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about Donna Born in Roma from Valentino. Let's say someone smelled Donna Born in Roma, you really like this, and you want something that smells the same, but is cheaper. So go to Fragrantica.com, go to the search bar and type in Donna Born in Roma. Now, this is a designer fragrance, so there's like a million flankers. Those are the like spin-off versions, so make sure that you're clicking on the right one. We're talking about the original pink Valentino Donna Born in Roma. So it'll pull up this page that has all the information of the main accords, scroll down past a million ads, and you will get to the note breakdown. One thing I want to point out that a lot of people don't know about this is that the main notes that are the most prominent in the fragrances will show up as the largest. So for example, if you press show votes, it'll show you from ascending to descending what is the most prominent. So sometimes when I show notes like from Fragrantica breakdowns, people will say like, oh, I don't like bergamot. Maybe I wouldn't like this fragrance. But if you actually see the note breakdown, the bergamot is the smallest note, which means that it has the fewest votes. So it is the least detectable note based on user generated data. And the main notes are the blackcurrant and the vanilla in this scent. Okay, so keep scrolling down. Then you will see there's a section that talks about longevity. Scroll down and then there's a section that says longevity. So this is a place where users vote on how long lasting the fragrance is. So for Donna Born in Roma, you can see that the most votes are in the moderate category, which moderate is 3 to 6 hours. So just keep this in mind. If you're looking at longevity, this is where to go for that. So keep scrolling down and then you will find a place that says this perfume reminds me of. And you can see the top fragrance is Prada Paradoxe Intense. Once you find this section that says this perfume reminds me of, you've unlocked every fragrance that smells like your fragrance. So now you just have to look through those fragrances and find something affordable, which the first one, Prada Paradoxe, costs the same, so we're just gonna keep looking. A really similar price point, so if you can keep scrolling until you find Electric Fantasy by Britney Spears, which costs about 17 euros. And you can also find there's one called Pink Obsessed by Bath & Body Works, which is actually a dupe for this fragrance. So that one costs about, I don't know, $15. So there we go. We have a dupe. So these are all fragrances that have been voted by users that have smelled these fragrances and smelled other fragrances and voted that they are similar dupes. So that is how to find a dupe. But say there's perfume that's not long lasting enough. So for example, say Donna Born in Roma is not long lasting enough for you. What you would do is, again, go to this perfume reminds me of, click on, so let's go to Donna Born in Roma Intense. Let's say, click on this, scroll down, scroll down to the part where it says longevity and you see if it's longer lasting. So Donna Born Aroma Intense as moderate to long lasting. So this one should be a little bit of a longer wear than Donna Born Aroma. So this even works on really obscure fragrances. So say you really like the One Direction Our Moment perfume. Look it up. Our Moment by One Direction. This is it. Find the page for it. Fruity woody scent. Keep scrolling down, and you can see that the top most similar fragrance is Ariana Grande's Ari perfume, which is still being made. There's also the Viva La Juicy perfume and the Justin Bieber Boyfriend perfume. So you can look into those fragrances and purchase those because a lot of them are still being made. So that is how you find a dupe for your random, obscure, niche, discontinued fragrance. Another thing I will point out is if you are looking for a dupe based on a fragrance that's really old or that's been discontinued, some websites still carry these fragrances. For example, one of my favorites is fragrancebuy.ca. This is not sponsored. This is not affiliated. It's just I use Fragrance Buy because they ship really fast to Canada. They ship to the US too, but they're like a good, affordable. So basically like Fragrance Buy and brands, websites like Fragrance Buy and FragranceNet buy wholesale from like department stores. So sometimes when a fragrance has been reformulated, you can find the old formulation on Fragrance Buy. I've been thinking of purchasing Santal Complete to see if they have the older formulation that I really like. So for example, look up Our Moment by One Direction. I mean, this is a pretty old fragrance, so the odds that they sell it. So yeah, you can see it. Our Moment, $17.95 Canadian dollars, which I don't know if it's in stock. Oh, it's sold out. But yeah, they carry a lot of these old discontinued fragrances. So some people will be like, oh no, like my fragrance got discontinued. I can't buy it anymore. These websites sometimes have it. So sometimes you don't actually have to give up on your old discontinued perfume. You can still find them online on websites like this. I can't remember what other, there was a old Angel flanker, or no, Alien Essence Absolute. And YouTube used to love recommending Alien Essence Absolute, even though it was discontinued. It's like impossible to find. Alien Essence Absolute is sometimes on fragrancebuy.ca, or FragranceNet. What other one? Perfumeonline.ca I like too, but Fragrance Buy is one of my favorites. It does ship to the US, and I think there's Notino if you're in Europe is a good one as well. But yeah, so you can buy from websites like this that often do have your old discontinued perfume, so you don't necessarily need to find a dupe. For the other category, say you have a candle that you need a perfume that smells like it. This is where I would probably turn to Reddit because Fragrantica doesn't cover candles and stuff like that, but there's been certain times where I've been like, this Dove body soap smells so good. Is there a perfume like it? And I've Googled it. And then I will find Reddit pages where people post like, can someone find me a perfume that smells like this? And that's a good way to get user-generated data because there's a chance that someone out there has smelled your random obscure candle and already asked it on Reddit and already answered. And the reason I'm saying this is because I get a lot of DMs, people asking me like, Emma, this candle has these notes, and so can you find a perfume with these notes? And that's not actually the best way to find a replacement because notes aren't ingredients. And just like I showed you on Fragrantica, where a fragrance might have all these notes, but some notes are really big because everyone can smell them. They're the strongest notes. And some notes are really small because you can't even detect them. So basically, if there's a candle that you're looking for a replacement perfume or a body wash that you wanted a perfume version, instead of getting something based on the notes, I mean, you can do that, but I just can't guarantee it'll be similar. Just try Reddit first because there's a chance that someone has made a forum asking for a dupe of your specific fragrance. I have a lot of people asking me like, Emma, like this random candle from, Barnes & Noble, can you find me a perfume that smells like it? And I'm like, I haven't smelled that candle. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm not the best resource for that, but there is someone online I can assure you who knows it. So Reddit is where I would turn to for things like that. So that is my simple video on how to find a replacement perfume for literally any perfume. Fragrantica is a great resource, even though don't read the articles. Parfumo is really great as well. There's a lot of information on there. So you can also use Parfumo in place of Fragrantica, as well as Sniff. The Sniff app is nice as well. So let me know what fragrances you're gonna immediately look for a dupe for, what fragrances you need a replacement for, or like what your favorite old discontinued fragrances are, because I'd love to hear. Thank you so much for watching my video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.